Cupid and Psyche. In a distant kingdom, there lived a king and queen who had 3 daughters. The youngest, Psyche, was so beautiful that people came from far and wide to admire her. They even compared her to Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. This angered Venus greatly, for she did not want a mortal to rival her divine radiance. In her jealousy, Venus devised a plan. She summoned her son, Cupid, the god of love, and commanded him to make Psyche fall in love with the ugliest creature on earth. Armed with his magical arrows, Cupid descended to Psyche's chamber one night. But as he gazed at her sleeping form, her beauty captivated him. In a moment of distraction, Cupid accidentally pricked himself with his own arrow and fell deeply in love with her. Meanwhile, Psyche's unparalleled beauty became a curse. No man dared to approach her, believing her too divine to wed. Her sisters married noblemen, but Psyche remained alone. Her parents, desperate to find her a husband, consulted the oracle of Apollo. The prophecy they received was terrifying. Psyche was destined to marry not a man, but a fearsome monster who awaited her on a rocky cliff. Heartbroken but resigned, Psyche accepted her fate. Dressed as a bride, she was led to the cliff by a mournful procession. As she waited, trembling, a gentle breeze, the west wind Zephyrus, lifted her and carried her to a lush, hidden valley. There, she found a magnificent palace of gold and marble. Though she saw no one, a disembodied voice welcomed her and promised to fulfill her every need. Psyche soon discovered that the voice belonged to her mysterious husband, who visited her only at night and forbade her from ever seeing his face. Despite the strange arrangement, Psyche grew to love her unseen husband. However, she longed for her family. Sensing her sadness, Cupid allowed her to invite her sisters to the palace. Zephyrus brought them, and they marveled at Psyche's life of luxury. But envy soon took root in their hearts. They convinced Psyche that her husband was the prophesied monster and that she must uncover his true form. That night, Psyche waited until Cupid was asleep. She lit an oil lamp and approached him cautiously. To her astonishment, she saw not a monster, but the most handsome god she could imagine. In her awe, she accidentally spilled a drop of hot oil on his shoulder, waking him. Hurt by her lack of trust, Cupid fled, saying, "Love cannot live without trust." Desperate to win back Cupid's love, Psyche sought help from Venus herself. But Venus was still angry and devised a series of impossible tasks for Psyche to complete. First, Venus commanded Psyche to sort an enormous pile of mixed grains, barley, millet, lentils, and more before nightfall. As Psyche despaired, a colony of ants took pity on her and quickly sorted the grains. Next, Venus sent Psyche to gather golden fleece from ferocious rams. A gentle river god advised Psyche to wait until the rams rested in the shade, allowing her to collect the fleece safely from the bushes they passed. For the third task, Psyche was ordered to fetch water from the river Styx, which flowed in a treacherous, high mountain gorge. An eagle, sent by Jupiter, swooped down and filled the flask for her. Finally, Venus demanded that Psyche journey to the underworld to obtain a box containing a fragment of Persephone's beauty. Guided by compassionate spirits, Psyche navigated the dangers of the underworld and retrieved the box. However, curiosity overtook her on her way back. Believing the box's contents would make her more beautiful for Cupid, Psyche opened it. Instead, a deadly sleep engulfed her. Cupid, who had been watching from afar, could no longer bear to see Psyche suffer. He flew to her, wiped the sleep from her eyes, and revived her with a kiss. Then, he ascended to Olympus to plead with Jupiter for their union. Moved by Cupid's love and Psyche's perseverance, Jupiter granted Psyche immortality. A grand feast was held on Olympus, where Psyche drank ambrosia, the food of the gods, and was welcomed as one of their own. Even Venus, seeing their happiness, relented and accepted Psyche as her daughter-in-law. Thus, Psyche and Cupid's love triumphed over every obstacle, proving that trust and perseverance could overcome even the will of the gods. The end. Thanks for watching.